What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another Fridge Financials video. And in today's video, we talk Tesla's limited time promotion of 0.99% APR on Model Y orders through the month of May. We're going to take a look at this. I'm going to give you my insights and my position on this idea, whether it's good or bad for Tesla. Obviously, only time will tell, but I'll give you some of my insights and look at some numbers, and we'll kind of go from there. So if you're excited for today's video, make sure that you smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and turn on the bell notifications for all future uploads. Now, Tesla has launched this limited time 0.99% loan rate on all Model Y orders. And that is, to me, is one of the best auto loan rates you can get in these days with the economy, with interest rates. And this was launched on Friday night. So we're going to talk about it. So on Friday night, Tesla launched the promotional financing on its website for the Model Y, offering a 0.99% APR interest rate for buyers who finance their electric vehicle on an order placed by May 31st. The promotional financing can be used on loan terms ranging from 36 to 72 months, and it's available on all three Model Y trim options. If you're not really familiar with Tesla, the Model Y option is this one right here. Let's see, take a picture right here for it. The recently launched base level Model Y range rear-wheel drive currently starts at $44,990 before federal and local tax credits, and they kind of go into that. The move comes as high interest rates have been a headwind for the auto industry over the past few years. And that's definitely a thing if you think about it in general. You know, when interest rates are higher up, it's harder to borrow money. Harder to borrow money impacts these companies that have financing, you know, and it's the major focus of them selling vehicles is through financing, because the majority of people aren't buying cars up front in cash. They're financing the vehicles out. Same thing with like houses, you know, and all those kind of things where you get a big loan for it. So when you have higher interest rates, it makes it harder to borrow a lot of money because you're paying more with interest. So they're saying that this move here is basing off of the ideas of having higher for longer interest rates. Jerome Powell talks about that in recent interviews and with the FOMC meeting minutes, that we're looking at higher for longer, and we might even not have a rate cut until next year potentially. Only time will tell, of course, but we're not really quite sure. And also, as electric vehicles sales have been slowing this year, they've also launched a number of buying incentives in recent months, leading up to the end of Q1. Before they did a deal for $1,000 off the Model Y for the month of February, and then in March they said they're going to bring that back up by $1,000 to April 1st, and so on and so on. So big move here, big move, and again, is it a big move for the good side, big move for the downside? It's you can play it both sides in this case here. Now, from my perspective, just so I'm transparent with you guys, I do own shares of Tesla. I do own like 100. I think I'm at 107 shares right now of Tesla. So not like a huge position in terms of the overall share market value here. But I am someone that does own Tesla, and I'm reading this and I'm looking at it in one of two ways. The first way is looking at the Tesla sale figures. So these are the Tesla monthly sales in the US based off of the years. As you will see, you know, obviously they've had huge sales once they first started selling cars. But in looking at the first 3 months of this year, January, February, and March of this year, compared to last year in 2023, Tesla has had lower sales every month so far this year compared to last year. They were short 4,000 here. They decreased by 2,000 almost here, and here was a huge one, about almost 7,000 sales less of new cars. And that's, again, you can spin this off and look at it on the perspective of Elon's in desperation mode, thinking like, I gotta get these sales numbers back up. What can we do for an incentive for it? How can I make a last-ditch effort to regain these sales? Because the sales numbers are not looking too good right now for Tesla. So a 0.99% APR is insanity. It's insanity in a good way. You know, you look at the average auto loan rate you get right now, it's like 6% for a new vehicle. and you're looking at 0.99%, like that's pretty enticing, basically. The only thing you really hear if it's better than that is 0% APR, which you never really get on vehicles. It's very hard to get 0% APR, I feel like, these days, especially with higher interest rates. So is it a last-ditch effort for the sales of Tesla to kind of regain them? Possibly. I look at it as a way of being like, this is him taking matters in his own hands with the board and the company and everything else. And they're taking the matters in their own hands, saying, since inflation's not coming down, what can we do to bring sales in? So instead of waiting for interest rates to come down for their sales to start to increase again, they're trying to get ahead of the inflationary values, and they're trying to do limited time offers, 0.99% APR. Hopefully they'll bring some people in to buy the Model Y to boost sales. The Model Y is known as one of the best auto sales types of vehicles in the world. It's known as one of the best ones. They're number one sales in China, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But they're just one of the best cars that have been sold over the last couple of years in terms of compared to other EV vehicles and everything else. So is this a way of marketing to get more of those cars out there? Absolutely. I think it's him trying to sit there and be like, you know what? Instead of waiting for those interest rates to come back, let's take it in our own hands here. And who knows, if this promotion does very, very well, we might get at some point, maybe you might get a 0% APR for a month, or like a 0.5% or something like that, or it's a way of really figuring out what could work and what might not work, right? If this promotion does so well for Tesla, it's going to be a game changer for them as a business, because they're the ones that are able to create these own little deals and promotions to make it work for them. Now, Forbes talked about the article as well, the Model Y loan. So Tesla's now offering 0.9% all the way up till May 31st. In the small print attached, the ad states that the Model Y starts at $44,909 before incentives. And they go into more and more of the details behind it. Drilling down more on Tesla's order details page, we get hard figures. The monthly payment with taxes and fees comes to $668 per month. After the $7,500 federal tax credit benefit for us, that drops to $564 per month. For this deal, Tesla would need a down payment of $5,084. Even with taxes and fees, that's not a bad deal considering the average monthly car payment is over $700 for new vehicles. So if the average monthly car payment right now for the US is over $700 for new vehicles across all manufacturers, Ford, GM, Chevy, Toyotas, Hyundais, Hondas, you name it. The average monthly car payment is over $700 for new vehicles. With this 0.99% limited time APR for just the month, it brings the average car payment lower than what the average is of $700. It brings down to $564. $564 compared to an average of $700, and it's an EV vehicle, which might save you money on gas. I don't know, man. It's very, very interesting to think about. The monthly payments will jump to $711 if you get the all-wheel drive one with a down payment of $5,388. After the federal tax credit, it drops to $607 a month. Even the all-wheel drive dual motor Model Y is still going to be cheaper than the average new car payment right now, which is insanity. They talk about the Model 3 versus everything else. And then I started looking into being like, as someone who's a finance person, and if you've watched my recent videos, I just paid off my car recently, so I have no debts right now. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh my God, I could actually buy a Tesla right now if I really wanted to. I looked at the numbers behind it in Connecticut. It's not my zip code, but I live in Connecticut. But if I traded in my car value is worth about $12,000 right now. It's still a relatively new car. Under 50,000 miles. It's valued about Kelly Blue Book emails me once a month, and it's about 12. It says 13,000. I'd undercut it by 1,000 just for the sake of, in case they try to lowball the offer. But if I put down 12,000, say I sold my car, I put down $12,000 to it for 72 months at 0.99%, because there it is right there. It breaks down everything here. Vehicle price, destination fee, order fee. Now, this is for the rear-wheel drive one, I believe. Maybe this is the, oh no, this is the all-wheel drive one, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. Oh, I had it on the all-wheel drive one. Oh my goodness gracious. So all-wheel drive one with everything showing everything from, there's the destination fee, the order fee, the registration, sales tax, due at signing would be $12,000, which I'll be putting in. If I traded my car in, of course. Federal tax credit, $7,500. Connecticut incentive, which is nice for my state, is an extra $2,250 off. And estimated gas savings, $100 a month. So after everything, if I really wanted to trade my car in, I'd be at $353 for a monthly payment. It's tempting, guys. It really is sometimes to buy it. I'm like, oh man, imagine having a Tesla. But this is the thing, though, right? I mean, this is me. I'm not buying a Tesla. You know, don't get me wrong. I mean, I just paid off my car. I still got a lot of time in my warranty and everything like that. I'm not buying a Tesla. Don't get me wrong. But like, I'm looking at this like, that's basically what my car payment was for the longest time. $353 a month. That ain't too bad. And then if you look at just the rear-wheel drive one, look at this. Where is it? $257. Oh my God, that's tempting. $257 a month for my car payment. Goodness gracious, that's crazy. But for a Tesla, man, that's tough. It's really interesting. Now, obviously, this is like the bare minimum of the car. Obviously, I get the different things put into it, possibly if you want different options included in it. But base model, $257 a month for me personally, that ain't too bad. But yeah, so very, very interesting. So yeah, so I'm curious to know how the market's going to react to this. My hope, obviously, as a shareholder, would be that hopefully it goes up in price. Hopefully. Just like when Tesla announced that they were partnering with China for the FSD, and the stock price went up like 15% in a day, then people took their profits and everything else. But if this could boost those sales numbers up, oh my goodness gracious, 0.99% is going to be absolutely insane. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you made this far in the video. But yeah, so Tesla has recently announced for the month of May till now until May 31st, 0.99% APR for their Model Ys. What is it going to do to the stock? Will it go up, or is it like desperation and people get more and more fear and they sell off? Only time will tell, of course. Thank you so much for made this far in the video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications for all future uploads. I hope you guys are always making money in the market, and I will see you guys in the next video.